All right, man. Let's start off training camp battle 2022 for the Detroit Lions with the cornerback group. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, subscribe button, it's the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop a video. And this is a very interesting group coming in this year. It's a deep group. It's a group that played very, very well last year. Um, a lot of upgrades made last off season. A lot of guys that the general public don't know about. Um, played very well. Especially under the circumstances. They didn't have the best pass rush last year, but I thought a lot of that laid on Levi Anazorki not being 100% last year. We didn't know what was going on for them, but apparently, his position coach said he couldn't even sit down in the chair. He was so injured, right? So now you get Anazorki back. You lost Romeo Core, which he started off slow, kind of in the new scheme. I heard they're gonna go more to even front now. So he should be a lot better in the even. We already seen how good he is in even front. So Romeo Core, depending on what it's like if he able to get healthy. Um, they add Aiden Hutchinson, Charles Harris, Levi Zorki, and that's what they was missing as much as anything. Charles Harris gave them a lot on the outside. You know what I'm saying? he gave them a lot on the outside, but they was missing that interior pass rush last year in the scheme. They didn't shoot the linebackers a lot up the gap. So with this even front, it's gonna benefit a lot of guys. It's gonna benefit Romeo first and foremost. It's gonna be benefiting Aiden Hutchinson because that's what Aiden Hutchinson is used to. Um, it's gonna be a benefit Levi Zorki because that's what he's used to playing that three technique. So, um, that's what's gonna benefit. That's what's truly gonna benefit. You know, the most of them dudes down there are used to playing in the 4-3 front. I think McNeil might be better playing in the 4-3 too. Lost some weight. Want to get better at pass rushing. But he played really well last year at the nose tackle position. We knew he was quite the athlete, and he was a really good ball player. But so that was like one of the the biggest things that really kind of hurt them last year was the pass rush. But under the circumstances they was in, a lot of them guys played well. Jerry Jacobs, I think he coming off an injury. Elefantu Melifano, he played well last year, got injured though. You look at Bobby Price played well last year. I think he got injured too, but he played well. So you look at the group, Savion Smith, no, not sure, who he is. He from Alabama. Bobby Price, AJ Parker, Monty Aurora, Jeff Okuda, Melifanu, Chase Lucas, the rookie, Jerry Jacobs coming off injury, Mike Hughes coming from Kansas City, really good. Marcus Gilbert, Cedric Boswell. So I mean, when looking at this, the first thing that stand out is Jeff Amari Aurier is the best guy here. AJ Parker too. He's the best guy here. So it's really no, it's just a matter of time till we get his money. It's really no questioning him. He's the number one corner. Played really, really well. Got better each and every year. But then you start talking about Jeff Okuda, right? And he's just been a bust. And last year, from what we seen him being in the game last year, he didn't deserve to start last year. He wasn't better than none of the corners that was out there. AJ Parker, Jerry Jacobs, Bobby Price. All those guys young in their career was by far better than Jeff Okuda. He did not deserve to start over them. And the number one thing that I'm thinking is they're gonna force Jeff Okuda to start next year because they paying him. Because last year it was no excuse. He's not showed that he better than any of the three guys we named so far. Not yet. And he going into his third year. So he ain't showed that he better than any of those guys. Think about that for a minute. He hasn't separated himself from any of those guys. Think about that for he's not better than any. So they just gave him the job because they paying him, and he was a high draft pick. That's why he got the job. You know, and that's the honest opinion, bro. And we know how it works. If ownership paying you a certain amount of money, you was a high draft pick. At some point, you're gonna get thrown in the fire. Ask Jamarcus Russell. But you can't nobody say you know you know that he deserved to start last year. You know You know, nobody can say it. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. You know, but we know he not that good. Could it be a situation where the light bulb click on? It could be. It could be. Could be a situation where you know the light click on. But I just don't think he's good enough to play in this league. And everybody know that he should probably think about playing. He should think about switching to safety. But I mean, it is what it is. T. Tabor never switched to safety still to this day. You know, so yeah, he probably gonna start. Let me say that disclaimer now. You know, so he's probably definitely gonna start out there, bro. And that is what it is. AJ Parker's probably gonna be your slot. If everything healthy, he's gonna be your slot, and I love it. I mean, he also can compete for an outside position, but I mean, but I think he gonna be AJ Parker gonna be your slot. I'm gonna tell you how I think he definitely entrenched as a slot corner, hell of a corner on the inside. He can play outside too. So if it's a fair fight, I won't be surprised if you see him play on the outside a lot. I wouldn't be surprised because he can play on the outside. But AJ Parker, as long as it ain't no second year slump, or from these guys, they're gonna have a better defensive line in front of them. That's a fact. They're gonna have a better defensive line in front of them. And the thing about him is he's really good cornerback all the way around. I think he could be a Pro Bowler this year. As long as they ain't start smelling themselves, and I don't think so because they playing for big contracts. Think about that. They're playing for big contracts. A lot of people don't rate this unit that high outside of Detroit because they didn't really see them play last year and see how they competed. So I think AJ Parker is going to be entrenched at your in the nickelback with an opportunity to fight to be be one of the starting cornerbacks out there. So yeah, I think he's gonna be a nickelback and probably gonna be emerged as one of the better nickelbacks in the league if everything go right. So he'd be a nickel with a chance to fight from the outside. What I'm doing. There we go. And then you talk about the competition with Jeff Okudah. Elefano seemed like he's embracing kind of being a hybrid corner safety role, but Melifano, Mike Hughes can slide inside outside, but I really think Mike Hughes, Melifano, and Bobby Price and Jerry Jacobs are going to be fighting for that second cornerback position. And they're probably going to, even if they don't start off in the second quarterback position, they're definitely going to probably get that. They're probably going to be the guy to start there because Jeff Okudah is just not no good. Not so far. And I just think they got experience from last year. They got play time, and at the end of the day, like I said, they playing for money. So they don't have nothing but opportunity to continue to get better. They don't have nothing but opportunity to continue to get better. So, I mean, him coming off an injury is the only reason why he kind of, he on the outside looking in. That's the only reason he on the outside looking in this situation. But he'd be right there. I mean, they got some depth at this position. A couple injuries make that look different. You talking about Melifano, he played Devontae Adams well until he got injured in that second half of that game. And 23, 6'3", 210 pounds, man. It's no doubt that he got the speed to compete out there. There's no doubt about it. He got the speed to compete. So, I mean, so yeah, no doubt he got the speed to compete. And I think, he got the inside track. I mean, if we being fair, and it's not about, Jeff Okudah, and him proving that he should be a number one pick, or him him having inside track because they pay him a lot of money, or he was a former high draft pick. We just going out there giving it to the best guy out there. It's just gonna be him. it's gonna be him. You know, that's what we saying. If it's gonna go to the best guy out there, it's gonna be him. Bare minimum, it's gonna be him. So, just breaking it down, Bobby Price is good, Jerry Jacobs is good, Mike Hughes is good. Mike Hughes might back up in the nickel, but if we talking about, really how I see this all playing out in my mind, it's going to be in reality they're going to give Jeff Okuda the number 2 cornerback position, Amari be the number 1, and Jerry Jacobs is going. I mean, AJ Parker is going to be the nickel. Now, how I would do it: Amani Arwari the number 1, Melifano is 2, AJ Parker's 3. That's how I would do it. That's how I exactly would I would lay it out. But they're going to give Jeff Okuda every opportunity to win his job, and he's probably going to be your starter come week 1, no matter how bad he is. Maybe have a revelation. But he's going to be your starter. I think he's going to be the starter. They're going to give him the job, but in my opinion, it's time for only reason Jerry Jacobs not in that conversation because he injured. But it's going to be it's going to be Jay, but it should be Melifano. I think it's time, but you already know they kind of playing on him at the hybrid cornerback position, safety position. So that lets you know they're gonna give it to Jeff Okuda. Jeff saying, "I'm not gonna be no cornerback or no safety. I'm a cornerback." So in reality, Melifano should take over that position in no time because he's gonna be in a lot of trouble next year. Jeff Okuda, they're gonna target him coming off that injury. They're gonna target him coming off that injury. With AJ Brown and the number of receivers and weapons they got next year. But yeah, in my mind, Warrior, Melifanu, Parker, at 1, 2, and 3 in that order. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist for more videos like this. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button, it's the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. You can go live and drop a video. Financially, you want to support the channel, cash up, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Like I said, hit my link tree. Find me on Spotify, Twitter, Twitch. Spotify, Anchor, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, all in there. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to check out the Detroit Lions Talk playlist for videos like this. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and subscribe button is the bell icon button. Peace.